So in this video, we're going to talk about how I speak with Claude Code as a beginner. Um, a lot of people think that you need to have like this sort of technical background and technical voice when speaking to Claude Code. You will be surprised actually, how easy you can speak with it. You can almost speak with it in a way that you would with Claude Chat. Um, so we're gonna kind of just freestyle this, see what comes to mind, and I'm gonna capture sort of the thought processes that I will do, and I go through when speaking with Claude Code and making changes on the site. Um, we are primarily using Ship Studio for this video. If you don't know what that is, there's going to be a link in the description. What I will say is that for beginners, I highly recommend it. It's an environment where we have Claude Code in. If you already have a setup using Claude Code, you've got your own way of doing it, maybe through the terminal, that's completely fine. The same rules will apply to that as well. So if you saw the last one, we left off with this simple landing page here. This is just something we put together quickly with I think it was a Claude chat generated design brief. So the first thing I've noticed is that if we view this site in the browser, so what you can do in Ship Studio, this little button over here, you can go to this, open it, and it's going to open your localhost straight away. If you don't know what localhost is, we covered that in the previous video. I will leave a link to that. And the first thing I can see here is we have a light background. Everything is using light colors. But if we go into Ship Studio with our preview window here, everything is using dark colors. So right away you might be thinking, oh, what the hell's going on? And what we're going to do is simply speak to Claude Code and ask it. So let's say, hey, I opened this site in my browser via localhost. Why is it displaying in light mode there, but in dark mode here inside the Ship Studio preview window? So let's press enter and see what it says. So it looks like he's going into the project files now and figuring it out. Found it. So let's take a look. The site uses prefers color scheme dark, a CSS feature that automatically follows your OS's appearance setting. So why are we seeing different modes? Ship Studio preview window runs with a dark system appearance, so the site shows dark mode. But in our browser, the local host, your browser is following my MacBook's current system appearance, which is set to light mode. So let's just check that quickly. If we go into here, change this to dark mode, and head back over to the localhost preview. There we go. We're now in dark mode. So if you're not using Mac, I believe there's a way to do it on Windows. I'm not too sure. But let's just go back to light mode because it's the best. And back to light mode. So let's say we don't like this feature. Let's say that we want our clients to have one color only. You can see that Claude's given me some suggestions here, and feel free to take a look through it. But we're just going to say, I don't like this feature. Can we just use one color universally for everyone? Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, do not be afraid to tell Claude Code exactly what you want. As I said before, you don't need to have the technical terminology to tell Claude Code exactly what it is that you want to do. Like, just say it in plain English. I mean, there's people that will type pretty fast and they won't even spell certain words correctly. It still figures out like what you wanted, what you're trying to say. So what's it saying here? I'll remove the dark mode block from global CSS so everybody sees the same light color scheme. Great. And as you can see here, anything that's highlighted in red is something that's set to be removed. Anything in green is set to be added. So let's press yes. And it looks like it's done it already. Done. Everyone will now see the same light color scheme regardless of their system setting. No more switching between light and dark. Great. So, I mean, it's quite straightforward what we've just done. We didn't like the idea that users can go between dark and light. Perhaps we have a client who is completely adamant that they want a light mode site, and we've just fixed that in, I don't know, 2 minutes. So let's head back over to the live preview, which is running on localhost. And you can see we're currently on the light mode. Let's go back here, switch my MacBook system settings preview preference to dark mode. And as you can see, the site is now in light mode, which is what we wanted. Right, now let's find something else to change. So we've done the site and I'm a beginner. I don't know what font it's using for the headings. I don't know what font it's using for paragraphs. In fact, I don't even know what colors we're using. So let's just simply say, hey, I want to know exactly what fonts we are using on the site and which colors we are using. Can you please list them for me? Again, whatever it is you want to know, just ask it. It's so simple. Please, please do not overthink it. Okay, so it's gone into the layout file as well as the CSS globals thing. And it's told us there straight up. Fonts for headings, we're using Space Grotesque, and for paragraphs, we're using DM Sans. And they're both Google fonts, so they load automatically for visitor. And it's also pulled up our colors. So you can see here that, yeah, these are the values of the colors we're using across the site. That's great. So let's say, for example, we want to change the headings from Space Grotesque. Let's say we want to use Montserrat. Just ask it, just tell it. Can you please change? Bit of a secret, if you say please to Claude Code, I feel like the performance is a little bit better, but don't tell anybody. Can you please change the headings font to Montserrat? I think that's how you spell it, but again, even if it's misspelled, in fact, I'll show you. Let's say, oh, let's say we spell this completely wrong and do Montserrat. I just want to test if it's going to detect Montserrat. Updating the headings font from Space Grotesque to Montserrat now. We wrote Montserrat. I don't even know what that is, but it's recognized that we were trying to say Montserrat. Again, another example of how you can just say what it is that you want. You don't have to be perfect. And it's going to go in, it's going to remove Space Grotesque, and it's going to replace it with Montserrat. Press enter. And press enter again. As you can see, there's a little bit of drama going on in the preview window. This happens, don't worry, just keep pressing yes. That's my advice. And there we go. So now all the headings on the site are using Montserrat. Now we could go one step further and say, can you please change all the headings to uppercase? Again, there we go. It's going to add that to global CSS. Press yes. Done. Every heading on the site will now display in uppercase. Check your preview to see how it looks. Okay, now it's not displaying in uppercase. What has happened? It doesn't matter, because all we need to do is go in, take a screenshot. You don't have to take a screenshot, but I like to do that. Copy image, put that in and say, it looks like the uppercase change has not applied. And I like to write C image in brackets, just to be specific. It looks like the uppercase change is not applied. please help. Let's just say please help. Let me check how the heading is written in the page code. It might be overriding the CSS with a Tailwind class. Now we're probably going to go and learn about something else now, which is Tailwind. So it's gone into the project files, it's gone into the code and checked, and it's found an issue, and the issue is that Tailwind v4 uses CSS layers internally, and our heading rule is fighting for priority with it. The fix is to place the heading styles inside at layer base, which is how Tailwind v4 expects custom base styles to be declared. I have no idea what that means at all, but I trust that Claude Code knows a hell of a lot more than me. I can see it's about to do something. Let's just press yes. And voila, it worked. That should do it. The previous rule was written in a way that Tailwind's internal styles, excuse me, were quietly winning. Wrapping it in a layer base tells Tailwind exactly where in the order to apply it. Okay, so what's Tailwind? If you remember from the previous video, all you have to do is head into Claude or GPT or Gemini, whichever one you prefer, just say, what is Tailwind and why does it conflict sometimes with my globals.css? This is how you learn. You first you come across an issue, you tell Claude Code to fix it, Claude Code spits something back at you, you learn a new term. If you want to learn, you can then do this, go in, paste it into a Claude chat, find out about it, learn, or you could just simply not care, skip it, press yes. You're still going to get the change that you wanted. I won't go into this, but people that do want to learn about this and why this has just happened, this is all you have to do. That is how we learn. So, right, yeah, we've changed the headings to uppercase. Looks like it's also changed the smaller headings as well. That's good. And yeah, awesome. So let's change some colors now. So let's say we want to change this accent color. So an accent color is usually the third color, which is used very sparingly to provide color, obviously. But as you can see from the side here, we've got light, dark, and an accent. The light is white, the dark is black, and the accent is this bluey, purpley thing. So, but maybe you don't know that. Let's write it in a way where somebody who doesn't know what an accent color is can specify which color we're talking about. So we could say, hey, I noticed the button in my navbar is blue. We are also using this color in other places on the site. Can we perhaps change this to a green instead? Press enter. Now you can see that we're not being specific, we're not being super specific, we're being quite basic, quite sort of general with what we're asking. But Claude Code is smart enough to go in and to know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times when you do need to be specific, but if you're just learning, if you're just starting out, this is totally fine. So let's take a look. I just need to update the two accent color variables in global CSS, and everything that's using that color across the site will change automatically. Right, okay. So anybody that's paying attention will know that global CSS is holding the colors, and a simple change of the accent color is going to change it site-wide as well as the accent hover. Don't worry about accent hover, but what we know is that accent is using, sorry, accent is currently this 5E5CEA, and that must be this blue color here. It's going to remove that one and it's going to replace it with 16A34A. So let's press yes. Done. The navbar button, the accent lines, the diamond logo mark, and any other elements using the accent color will all now show in green. Check your preview. Oh look, same thing happened that happened before. We remember what happened last time and we knew that it was a tailwind issue. So let's go back in and say the color didn't update. Oh, color didn't update. Is this another tailwind issue? Again, this is the only way to learn. This is the only way you're going to start figuring things out, is actually by doing it. Before this video, we didn't know what tailwind was. We didn't know what accent was. Only by doing it, you're then going to start picking up these terms. And the best way is to then, go into this chat here, Claude chat, whatever, and just say, what's tailwind? What's an accent color? What is globals.css? That is how you learn. Okay. The file looks correct. The green values are definitely saved. This is likely a caching or hot reload issue rather than a tailwind problem. Try a hard refresh of the preview. I have no idea what a caching or hot reload issue is, but I'm just going to listen to Claude Code. I'm going to trust it. In the Ship Studio preview, click the Projects button in the top right corner, then reopen your project to restart the preview. We don't actually need to do that, so if you are using Ship Studio, you can just head over to this button here and click it. Okay, we've refreshed the preview, nothing's happened. Let's do it again. No, nothing's happened. If it's still showing blue after that, let me know and we'll dig deeper. I refreshed the preview and the new color is still not showing. Remember, Claude Code is your personal dev. If something goes wrong, you message it. Let Claude Code fix it. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, then you probably would have fixed this already. But this is for people that are just starting out. Right, so after a little bit of time, it looks like it's now doing something. Let me search the project for any other place the old accent color might be defined, and it's also going to check the full project structure. And it's found it. There are stale cached CSS files in the .next folder with the old color still baked in. Don't worry about what that is, but I will simply say because we used the Next.js template for this specific site, there is some files left over that are conflicting. But it's not an issue because you guessed it, Claude Code will fix it. And it's going to do another bash command. I don't know what it's doing, just press yes. You don't need to know everything. You just need to take out those little key terms, take out those tiny use case scenarios and learn about those. And eventually you're going to build and build and build, and you're just going to have this knowledge that can only be gained through doing it. Okay. So the stale cache is cleared. Now click the projects button. Okay, it's asking me to restart the preview again. So let's try it. Oh, okay. Internal server error. Everything's gone wrong. We've completely broke it. But it's fine because all we need to do, take a screenshot of this. Like, honestly, it's just not an issue because Claude Code is so powerful, it can fix it. Paste that in, just put in brackets, see image. This is showing in my preview window. And just out of curiosity, we're going to head over to the live preview. Yeah, we've got the same thing there. So this is showing in my preview window. It's fixed it. It's that simple. Just tell it. Tell it to fix it. There we go. Deleting the cache while the server was running crashed it. Let me check the current state and verify the source files are clean. Source files are clean. Next.js has started rebuilding. The error is just the server mid restart. So it's asking to do another restart. Let's do that. Nope, that button's not working. Click the projects button in the top right corner, then reopen your project. That will give you, okay, so maybe you don't know how to do that. Let's just find out, can Claude Code do this for us? Can you do this for me? Like if you're unsure, just ask. Okay, so Claude Code can't click buttons in Ship Studio, it can only edit files and run terminal commands, that's fine. So let's just reopen the project. Easiest way to do that is to head over here to home, open that. No, that's not working. Okay, so let's go back into the site. How about we close this here? That's going to stop the dev server. See, we're learning together now because even I don't know about this. Let's close that and let's open it again. Okay, right, it's working. So I don't know if you saw then, but when I clicked home before and pressed this button, nothing opened. And what this button does is opens it in a new window. So we already have it running here. This is active. But then the second time I tried it, I clicked this here. So let's click this here. And it's took us back in and refreshed it. Right. So that's something to note. If that first button doesn't work, just click the title. Right. So let's hide this again. Okay. It's working now. So let's just let Claude Code know that that's working. Great. And is the accent color showing as green now too? So even Claude's saying like, yeah, it's working, yes. Perfect. Everything's working as it should. Green accent color across the site and uppercase headings. So we could believe it or we could check. So we've got uppercase headings. All these accent colors have now changed to green. That's great. Lovely. So let's just go back to our browser and do a refresh. And yeah, it's working here too. Right, so let's just go over what we've covered. We opened the site and we realized that in our browser preview, it was light mode. In our Ship Studio preview, it was dark mode. We were completely unsure about why that was. In fact, we didn't really know anything about it. What did we do? We asked Claude Code. Claude Code explained why it was happening. It taught us a little bit about that thing, and we then told Claude Code to fix it. And he fixed it. He, she, whatever. It. Then we changed the font from Space Grotesque to Montserrat. We did that with a simple prompt. It didn't need to be a technical prompt. We just told it what we wanted. We then realized that the change we requested for all headings to be uppercase didn't work. That was due to a Tailwind and CSS Global's confliction issue. I showed you how you could open Claude Chat or whichever you prefer to then go and learn about that so you can understand it. We went back into Claude Code. We told it to fix it. It fixed it. And then we just changed the accent color from blue to green. So this is what I'm really trying to stress in this video. It's so easy, so simple for you to just tell Claude Code exactly what it is that you want to do. You can even ask it to explain things like it's right there in front of you. You just need to have the confidence to, in fact, it's not even confidence. It's a case of knowing that you can speak to it. You can say whatever you want to it. You can speak to it like a friend. And it's going to give you the output that you want. It's going to explain things to you. It's going to ask clarifying questions. It's just going to do everything. Please don't be afraid of just saying exactly what it is that you want. Don't be afraid of having a conversation with it. Don't feel like you need to have all of the technical know-how and terminology and dev speak. You really don't.